Hi everybody, Mr. Rob here. It's November 29th and about to send out the Wahconah Wednesday message, and I've got some good news for you this particular week. Got a couple items we want to share with you. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our student council here at Wahconah, who has made it a tradition over a number of years now to support some families within our community who may have some level of need during Thanksgiving time. They also do this again during the holiday break. Around Christmas time, and they are able to support them in the form of giving them some food along with some gift cards and so on and so forth. The gift cards end up being a little bit more of an easier thing to do in terms of accommodating families, but gives them the flexibility to get what they need and what they want. Big shout out to our student council for not only taking this on over the years, but continuing to do so in an effort to show a great deal of empathy for some families that certainly could use the support during this time of year. Another thing I just wanted to kind of pull back the curtain on, every Wednesday we do what's called Positive Signs Wednesday here at Wahconah, and I'll give you the little backstory behind it. There's a former colleague of mine, a principal from Eastern Mass by the name of Brian McCann, who was principal down in the town of Swansea, Mass, at what was called Joseph Case High School. He's been retired for a couple of years now, but when I first became a principal, he became somewhat of an unofficial mentor to me remotely during those days. And he was able to tell me about one of the things that he does in his schools called Positive Signs, and I was really inspired by the process and the intent and so on and so forth. So I decided to put our own spin on it here at Wahconah early on during my principalship. And the idea is very simple. Every week I email our teachers on Sundays. They love to get the emails from me on Sundays to give them some heads up for the week. But I also ask them to send me a list of students from among our student population here at Wahconah who fit a certain positive theme for the week. So it might be, send me a list of students who you think are kind or helpful or generous, those sorts of themes. And then what I do on Wednesdays is I call the students down after homeroom. I tell them that they're being recognized for whatever the positive theme is for the week. And then we take a group picture. I usually break them up by grade or in at least a couple of different pictures. And I put them out on our school social media. I put it out on what used to be Twitter that virtually nobody looks at anymore, but I still put it out there. And I also put it on our school's Instagram page, which a lot of people look at. I always give students the option of not getting the picture taken because some of them are camera shy, but they can at least go back to class knowing that at least one staff member who will go unnamed, I always tell them that I'm not going to reveal who the staff member is, but they could go back to class knowing at least somebody thinks that they're kind, helpful, generous, that sort of thing. Then later on that night, I tell the kids that I'm going to email their families and brag about them and embarrass them. So that's what we do every week here at Wahconah. I can tell you that since we started doing this, we've been able by the end of the school year to recognize over 80% of our students each and every year. My unwritten rule is that students can only be recognized once. So if they're recognized for a particular week for being kind, they cannot be recognized again for the rest of the year, so that we can spread the wealth over the vast majority of our student body. So that is something we like to do here at Wahconah. We've been doing it for a while. It's sort of become a tradition. The kids are great about it. Some of them kind of roll their eyes and then get in on the fun. It's hard to get your picture taken when you're smiley picture taken when it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a tough thing for teenagers, but they're good sports about it. And we ultimately enjoy and have fun with it. So just wanted to pull back the curtain on that for those people who are wondering how we actually go about figuring out who these students are. I get the names from teachers, and then we always make sure the students are only recognized once every year so that we can spread the wealth. All right, that's our good news for this particular week. I'll have more for you next week when we hit December. Have a good day.